We are trying to help out Kurt this morning on the 7:15 second date update. I love what they did on their date.
Yeah, he took her to Splitsville,
Yeah.
and he said they went bowling. You know, they've got a bar there. They've got great food there. It's a really cool place there down at Channel Side. So that's a great date idea.
Yeah, he said it was very casual. You asked, were you too competitive? He said, no, she was better than me. She had a great time, you know.
Right,
so
because that I could see that maybe why she would want to go out again with him. But
why? Because she was better than him?
no, if he was competitive or something with the bowling or the other, because they have other games there too.
Right, yeah, they got like shuffleboard and stuff like that as well. So, all right.
Shuffleboard?
Yeah. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to try to call Kara right now and see if we can get her on the phone.
Hello?
Hi, is this Kara?
Yes, it is. Who's this?
Hey, Kara, this is JR, Lana, and Kevin over here at 99.5 QIK. How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm good. How you guys doing?
Have you heard of our show?
I have.
All right. Do you ever hear us do something called a 7:15 second date update?
Oh, boy. Yes, I have.
Okay, well, it's about that time.
Oh, boy. Well, I have not been dating that much, so I have a pretty good idea what this is about.
Okay, well, before we get into that, is it okay if we talk to you on the air?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you guys called. And, yeah, you know, I'm a courteous person. You know, I don't want you to waste your time.
All right, well, do you know, so who do you think we're talking about?
I'm going to say Kurt.
Yep, it's Kurt.
It's Kurt. Yay!
There you go. Great start.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we wanted to ask you about him because he reached out to us, told us that you guys met online. You guys went to Splitsville for a great date. He thought you had a great time. He even said you were better than him at bowling and complimented you on that. And thought things were really flowing with you guys. And there was some chemistry there. I guess the date ended by saying, hey, I'd love to see you again. And you saying, yeah, me too. And since then, he has reached out to you, has heard nothing, is super confused. So what's going on?
Well, I guess he failed to mention that he threw a fit at the bowling alley manager on our date.
Why?
Oh, boy.
All right, so we went to a bowling alley. What do you do at a bowling alley besides bowl? You have to put on bowling shoes. Mm-hmm. And this guy refused to wear the bowling shoes.
Well, they are ugly.
That's not what they're for, Lana.
Beside the point.
Look,
Didn't go with his outfit.
I'm not saying they're the most fashionable. I'm not saying the trendiest. But you go bowling, you rent shoes, you put them on. He refused. He flat out, they gave him the shoes. He's like, I'm not wearing them. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to wear them, obviously, because I want to bowl. And, he I was like, dude, you really need to put on your bowling shoes. Let's just, it's not a huge deal. You know, they sanitize them. He's like, no, they're gross. I'm not. He's like, who are these people to tell me, what shoes I'm supposed to put on? I was like, all right, you know what, dude, do you? And the manager comes up to him. He was like, look, you have to put on your bowling shoes if you are going to continue to bowl. And he was like, and then he just throws a temper tantrum, like a 2-year-old.
Oh.
He's like, you're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do.
Man,
Yada, yada, yada. If I want to bowl wearing my sneakers, I can wear my sneakers. And the guy's like, sir, he's like, these floors are very expensive.
Yeah.
Your shoes, scratch them up. He's like, you could also get injured. These shoes, the bowling shoes, are designed for the bowling lanes. Because, they're a little bit slippery.
Well, absolutely. That is the whole reason why you put bowling shoes on.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, I get it. I'm like, look, I'm not loving the shoes right now, but I want to enjoy the date. I want to enjoy bowling.
Right.
Just relax. And he just, he just went on a tirade on this poor manager. The guy did nothing wrong. And here's Kurt just flailing at him, telling him, you can't tell him what to do, screaming in his face, a sociopath. It was just so embarrassing.
Wasn't it his idea to go bowling in the first place?
Exactly. You would
He
think
knew he was going to have to put different shoes on.
Really not.
Exactly. If you invite someone else to go bowling, it's obviously not your first time. It's not your first time bowling. So why are you all uppity about putting on bowling shoes? Like, if you didn't want to wear the shoes, we shouldn't have went bowling.
I could see how that would be very embarrassing, Kara.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Kara, we actually have Kurt on the phone. I want to ask him about this. Kurt,
Yeah.
it sounds like you were, kind of made a scene here. And you weren't into the bowling shoes. Now, real quick, do you bring your own bowling ball as well? Because you don't want to put your fingers in these.
No, of course I don't bring my own bowling ball.
Of course not.
I just didn't want to wear the shoes. Like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm a paying customer. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was that big a deal.
Bowling alley. That's what you do. You wear the shoes at the bowling alley. Like, it's common courtesy.
You're not going to make me do anything I don't want to do. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I think it's a step too far. I think if I just say I don't want to wear them.
Child, he's a baby.
Yeah.
It's not a fight against the man. It's just bowling
A
shoes.
fight against the man. I like
just
it.
think everyone should be able to choose for themselves, and I don't want to wear the shoes. You can wear the shoes if you want to. I was just saying, why don't make me? I don't want to. If you want to wear them, wear them. I don't want to wear them.
You should have picked somewhere else to go then, because that's the rules.
Yep. Well, Kurt, let me ask you a question. Why don't you want to wear them? Like, what's the big deal? You're wearing
gross.
socks. I mean,
It doesn't matter. Just like it skeeves me out. I think it's gross. Other people wear them, and I don't want to share shoes.
well, do you see how the big deal was that you kind of made a scene and embarrassed Kara?
The manager was making a scene. He should have just let me be. If he was just a normal dude and let me do my thing, I wouldn't have had to raise my voice. That was on him.
You're doing your thing is like a liability to the bowling alley lane. Like, honestly,
You know it
I
is,
wouldn't
man.
have been surprised if you fell on the ground and just started kicking your legs and flailing your arms like a little baby. Like, that's how bad you are.
Baby doesn't stand up for himself. Baby's a dependent, all right? I was just standing up for myself like a man does.
Well, listen, I have a question, Kurt. I mean, it sounds like you were pretty, hard-nosed about wearing shoes at a bowling alley, which, like we've been saying, I feel like you would have known that going into it. But let's just put it this way. You decided not to do that. Kara was embarrassed by the situation. I mean, even if you didn't mean to, she was embarrassed. That's how she felt. So, I mean, that's valid. Kara, would you say that this is a deal breaker for you?
Oh my God, it's absolutely a deal breaker. Like, I mean, it's if you can't it's just a matter of being polite and not being as rude and being a baby. I mean, it was just, like I said, mortifying, embarrassing. Like, when he refused to put the shoes on, he again stomped off the bowling alley. Because we were in the middle of our game, he just stomped off, crossed his arms like a little boy, fine, I won't bowl down. It was just. I was like, am I dating an adult man or an adult child?
Right. Well, Kurt, listen. It sounds like Kara is not interested in a second date. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, me either. Good. With a personality like that, I have no interest in another date.
Okay. All right, guys.
Don't try to turn it like you.
All right.
Break up with me, dude.
All right, guys. Well, listen. Thank God it was only one date.
Yes.
I'm sorry it's not going to work out, Kurt. Now you know what's going on. I'm glad you guys are going your separate ways. I think this is a good deal. I think this is the right move on both your
And
parts.
maybe you should think about where you're taking a date and some of the things you have to do on that date before.
I think it's a lost cause at this point.
Just for next one. Because he says he does a lot of online dating.
All right. Well, hey, listen. You have a great day, guys. Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, whatever.